Gamers, we're here. Podcast 67 of the Overkill Podcast. I'm Iron Meta Frankie, and I'm here with...
Kirby DK10, baby.
Ooh, he's getting faster on the draw. So, folks, we're getting right into it. We don't have time for this. It's late at night, and I'm feeling frisky. All right.
Yeah, we're both
Sorry
feeling
for the
really good.
ear rape.
We've had sore throats for 3 weeks now, so it's been a great time. Hopefully we don't cough throughout this episode, but yeah, I guess we'll just hop right into it. With some Switch games that I did want to talk about, mainly Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, which was announced with the Nintendo Switch 2. I had no idea about this game. This one is going to be more focused on sort of Tears of the Kingdom, because I believe they had a Hyrule Warriors game that was focused on Breath of the Wild whenever the Switch 1 came out, and it was a remake of the Wii U Hyrule Warriors game. So I think this one is basically all about Tears of the Kingdom, from what I can tell. And I've never played any of the Hyrule Warriors games, but I know Meta has, so I'm gonna hand it off to him. Kind of, what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited? Are you maybe gonna get this one, or?
Yeah. So I played the. Oh man, I don't know how many of these they've made. I played the previous one, I believe. It was the one that they released on the Switch, and it wasn't related. Actually, wait, that might be a different one. How many have they made? Oh no.
Pretty sure they've made 3. I thought they made one for the Wii U, and then one whenever Breath of the Wild came out, and then this one.
So I
But
played the definitive edition for the Switch, which I believe is the one they released on the Wii U, because it has Majora's Mask characters in it.
right. But I think it does have some Breath of the Wild content, no?
Yeah, it does. But that was the one I played. Y'all can tell me. It appears, that is the one that came out on the Wii U. So I played the Wii U one. I do believe there was a second one that was based on just Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I played the one that they ported over. I no longer have it. I traded it in because it was a fine game. It's your typical Dynasty Warriors game. It's really hard. You'll fail a lot of missions, and they make you play characters you don't want to play. I don't know if y'all know how these games work, but in summary, you pick 3 characters. You go into a mission. You have to run around a map. You have to complete different objectives on the map. It is a hack and slash, meaning there's a lot of weak enemies that you slash through, and then there's an occasional boss. And you slash through all these enemies while doing these different objectives. Each character has different abilities, different movement, etc., etc. It's pretty cool. I like the themed ones a lot more than the typical Dynasty Warriors games, because the Dynasty Warriors games are just kind of like typical Asian, Japanese architecture and theming. It's a pretty good game. Would I pick this one up? I might, honestly, just because the Wii, or the Wii, the Switch 2 is really lacking a lot of content on launch, and I probably want at least 4 games. I know I'm gonna get Mario Kart, gonna get Donkey Kong. I'm gonna have all my old Switch games, but then I probably am gonna get Kirby Air Ride, and then I'm probably looking for another game. So this will be up there, and then I never finished Hyrule. What the second
Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I never finished that.
Yeah, me neither. But
do you think you would get a game like this, or no?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Probably not, but if you got it, I would at least try it because I think I don't think I did try the Warriors game whenever you bought it.
Mm.
I think I watched you play it, maybe. Because I think at that time you were living in the apartment. And so I think I maybe went over there once and you were playing it. Or maybe I just saw gameplay. Or you were playing on Discord, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, this is coming out in the summertime, so maybe during that, like, drought, I'll pick it up, but I doubt it. Another game that I actually am kind of interested in because I've heard good things about the 3DS version of it is Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster is coming to the Nintendo Switch on launch day. So it is a launch day game. I'm probably gonna get Mario Kart World on launch day or close to.
Okay.
Just because that's the only game there really is. But I think for people who aren't big Mario Kart fans, this is definitely going to be one of those games that you can pick up. It's an RPG game, so it's not really my style. You pick certain jobs on characters and you level them up. You have MP stats. You have HP. I mean, it's basically cutesy Final Fantasy, which I mean, some Final Fantasies are already cutesy, but this one is like to an extreme. And yeah, I mean, they do show a little bit of the graphics from the 3DS version to the Switch, and it's a huge graphical update for sure. I don't think it's basically a game that they slightly polished up for the Switch, and they didn't really make it. In my opinion, it's not taking full advantage of what the Switch can do. But I mean, it's an RPG game, so I kind of expect that at least. But yeah, that's about it for Switch.
Are you going fully digital on a lot of these games? I think we both are, right?
Yeah, bro, it's too expensive to go physical now, which is sad, but I guess that's how it is.
Yeah.
I ain't spending extra. I'd rather take that extra $10 and buy like a SD card, so that way I can get more games. Because I don't think Switch 2 has enough for all the games that I want.
No, and I think I'm taking my I'm gonna take my SD card out of my Switch 1, and I think it's only 128 gigs. It's the Mario 128 gig one, I think.
Yeah.
Which was fine for that SD card, that micro SD card was fine for the Switch 1. A lot of the games on the Switch 1 were about like 5 to 15 gigs, and so that's like, that was like 10 games. I imagine they're going to be bigger for the Switch 2, but maybe not. And to be honest, it's probably better just to get a fat, fucking huge SD card anyways. Yeah, I don't know. And I will say something that is nice is last time I transferred my Switch games, I actually did it up at work, because that had a SD holder, and so I bought one of the micro SD to SD cards. I copied all the files off of it and then copied it onto my new micro SD, and it worked perfectly. Like transferring the files from like micro SD to micro SD works amazing. It's kind of shocking how easy it is, and like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just impressed with just swapping data over to new ones. If you have a PC and the right equipment. Yeah. So you can keep all your old data. Yeah.
Base.
And you should really make sure on your Switch 1. I don't know if you still have the micro SD, but you should try to get all the data onto the micro SDs. That way, when you swap over, it makes it easier. But yeah. We'll move on. I know this is news that you're going to be sad about. EA lays off a lot, hundreds of people. I don't know what hundreds means. I don't believe this article says.
It says about 300 to 400 people were
I don't see that.
eliminated.
100 at Respawn, I see.
I like how they say eliminated, like they got
They
killed
got
or
off.
something.
Yeah, it was scary. Um, Titanfall 3 canceled, allegedly. I can't say I'm surprised, but I know that's a big blow to you. I don't know if you were looking forward to Titanfall 3, but I know you like Titanfall 1 and 2.
Yeah, this sucks. I've kind of, I was hopeful of Titanfall 3 back in like 2019 because I heard, some rumors circulating that they were working on Titanfall 3. Turns out that was Apex Legends, and after Apex Legends, I assumed EA and Respawn were just going to fully focus on that because it's Battle Royale. Battle Royale's the hot thing. It's going to be around for a couple of years at least, or maybe 10 years or whatever, so they were just going to focus on that, and it seems to be that's what they're doing. So, but I mean, I haven't had hope for Titanfall 3 for quite a long time. It would have been a shock for the game to be announced, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't shock me. Just because I kind of expected it, especially since, after Titanfall 2, the sales weren't great, and EA is all about the sales and the money, so if it isn't great, they're not going to make a sequel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm not surprised. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But you were a much bigger fan of Titanfall than I was, so.
I was. It took over my like gaming, whatever you call it, like gaming attention for like at least a good month or two. It was pretty good. Which is pretty good for any game. Because usually I'm just like Call of Duty, Mario stuff, maybe like some random other games in there, but yeah. I guess we can move on. I kind of want to cover this topic because yesterday I got on a little kick of installing some totally legal retro games on my computer,
as you do,
to therefore emulate. And I used to feel really scummy about emulation, especially whenever I was a kid. Like I was like 15 and I was downloading Dolphin and playing. Oh man, I can't remember. I think I played Battle for Bikini Bottom was one of my games, or maybe I think I downloaded a PS2 emulator, and I used to feel I was like, oh gosh, are the authorities gonna come after me? And then like after 7 months, I was like, okay, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. It's fine. I just I want to talk about the importance of why I think emulators are a good thing, and I don't think stealing is good. Obviously, you shouldn't steal. The problem that I have, especially specifically with Nintendo, is they don't make their games accessible. And what I mean is, especially nowadays, at least with the Virtual Console, I could understand it. I did buy a couple Virtual Console games for the Wii U, and I really would support that if it came back. The problem that I have is now Nintendo has made it into a service that you have to pay monthly or yearly for, and I personally think it should either be a service and maybe you can buy some of the games and have them forever, or just nothing at all. And I think I prefer if they just did nothing at all and just let people play them freely through emulation. Yeah, I don't think they made them available enough too. So, what's your opinion on emulation? What do you think? Is it acceptable or is it bad?
Honestly, I think I'm with you 100%. Back in the day, I probably would have agreed with you, like, oh no, you have to get it officially. It's bad to emulate games. But the bottom line is let's say you want to buy a game, from like 2005, 2010 even, or we could even do 2015. Let's say 2015. They're not printing any more copies of that game physically, more than likely. And whenever you're rebuying it, you're essentially buying it from a reseller who's already owned the game, or who owned the game, and then or someone owned the game and then sold it to them, or somehow they ended up with this copy. And so no longer is it you supporting the developers, it's more of you supporting a small business or people around you. And to that, I don't have an issue with. I have more of an issue with pirating like new games, probably games that came out in the past 5 years. But old games, I've honestly done a complete 180 on it because, one, it's hard to get the hardware for some people. Two, it's hard to sometimes get copies of certain games. And three, you're not even supporting the developers after the game is like is finished on its print run. I mean, there's no more sales of this game happening anyways. And then of course, I mean, there's things that we were kind of talking about a couple days ago. You considering getting rid of a lot of your retro consoles that you've collected because emulation is just like a superior, easy way to keep all your games. And it only takes up, like, you can just store your emulators on the cloud or whatever, like I do, or on a flash drive. It only takes up a couple gigs and you have hundreds of games. It's really silly to keep around all that original hardware taking up space unless you really are about it. Like, I think it's smart. I think it's wise for collectors out there to maybe pick a console you really like and then collect a few of those. Like, I think I would have a couple of N64s because I like to plug it in and play on original hardware. But I don't think there's any need to collect one of every console whenever emulators exist. And I think emulators are perfectly moral at like a certain age of game anyways, because you're not even supporting the devs anymore. That was a really long-winded way, but hopefully that made sense.
Yeah, well, I also think one thing too why I think emulation, and even in certain circumstances piracy, is actually okay, is it allows people who are less fortunate to at least have a shot at playing, it allows them to get the games and play them, right? And also, if you get rid of all your retro stuff and you just play on, you can give your retro stuff to people who are less fortunate than you. You know what I mean? That's kind of more my point, was like, why not just get rid of all that? And I can still play all my games. Like, I'm still going to be able to. If I want to go back and play the SNES for whatever reason, I can just download a emulator, download a game, and bam. So, that's kind of my thought process on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's fantastic. And I've played a lot of the N64 games on emulator. Very legally, of course. I would never do anything illegal. The Super Mario on emulator runs great. Donkey Kong runs great. And then obviously the benefit of being able to use your own controller, if it's Xbox or PlayStation or even Switch or whatever. I mean, no shade towards the original N64 controller, but man, I went back and played Donkey Kong 64 a week ago, and I was reminded, like, being an adult. As a kid, I loved that controller because my hands are real small, but as an adult, oh no,
that thing's rough, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good, bro. With that weird third stick, and you're like only holding the center and the right one. Is so strange.
Also, the thing is too with Nintendo is whenever they had the Virtual Console and they were releasing games for it, every SNES, I think every SNES game was like $7, NES games were like 5, and then 64 games were like 20, I think,
Mm.
which is crazy. And then I think Game Boy games were like 10. It was a weird pricing model, but in my opinion, like an N64 game from 20 years plus is not worth $20 anymore. It should be worth like 5 at the least, or at the most, right? I don't know. It's just their pricing model is crazy, and yeah, at some point I was like, nah, I can't support this anymore. So like, I think even if they did bring back the Virtual Console, I wouldn't support it at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
We
I
can
would
move
agree.
on, bro.
Virtual Console is a scam.
Very
So, this is a stupid story. The debate of 100 people versus one gorilla has come back into the news. It's because some scientists came out with a statement that, that one gorilla would always win because their upper body strength and stamina or whatever. It's kind of a meme. Obviously, Harambe and stuff. Overwatch 2, the corporation's got to jump in and take action and ruin the meme. Overwatch 2 will be adding in a game mode an epic battle between one Winston and 100 soldiers on May 6th at 12 p.m. PT.
epic.
The live event will feature some surprise content creators, but details have yet to come out. I believe, obviously, the Winston would have a buff. It has almost 9K soy boys that have given it a like on Twitter as of today. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just bring this story up because, like, I don't know. These companies are always trying to jump on like beams and trends recently, and it's just cringe.
Yeah, I heard about this at my work. So this like 100 gorilla thing. Where does it like? Can you explain it to me? Because I've heard about it. I wanted to ask you about it before you started talking about the podcast, or before you recorded it. Because I heard about it at my work, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I guess, does it just come from the Harambe meme? Is that?
Well, it comes over a scientist. I believe the here we go. The concept went viral on TikTok and spread on Twitter in late April. It showed simulations of 100 men versus the one gorilla, and then there's a scientist that came out settling the debate. So it's just a TikTok meme that exploded,
Right.
and then people just kept it going, and now the corporations are involved.
I've seen the game. I thought it looked like what was it, like Ultra Simulation Battle or Ultra Battle Simulation or something?
Oh,
It looked like that game.
Yeah. What's his name? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does look a lot like that. But that's the meme. I just always find it really cringy whenever companies get involved with stuff like this. I know Overwatch 2 was our game for a while.
Hey, I'm down to try it out at least. It seems cool.
I'll try it. I just, it's just.
I'm surprised how fast they turned this game mode out. To be fair, it's just a game. It's just a custom game mode that you could probably make yourself.
Yeah.
And so they probably just edited the rules for it real quick and posted this, and we're like, hey, look, we got in the meme. Yeah, maybe this will bring us back to Overwatch, because I know we haven't played it in quite I think at least in 2 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we'll try some Overwatch at some point. How about we talk about this problem that I've kind of noticed I have this story, a cozy RPG game called Pixel Shrine. Shares new screenshots before launch. And this game, it's basically another Stardew Valley-esque game, and I know we've covered quite a few of these. I love Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. I want to get back into it. Stardew at least, maybe Animal Crossing too. But my biggest thing is like, do we need another one of these? Because there's already so many of these type of games. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm wondering what the exact difference is gonna be between this game and Stardew. I guess here's one. They have a dynamic season system, whatever that means. Which I'm pretty sure. I thought Stardew had like snow and stuff, so I don't know if like maybe it's basically just that.
Man. I just, bro, this looks so much like Stardew. Even the text boxes are trying to be like Stardew. I mean, I'll be real with this.
Is it made by the same guy? Let's see.
I know.
I can tell the assets are actual Stardew. I'm not even joking. They're actually.
Bro, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's see. No. This is not the same guy, I don't think. Nah, bro. This ain't it. Yeah, this ain't the same guy who made Stardew. But they're using assets for sure. Or, I mean, if they're not straight ripped from it, they're very similar. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring it up because it's like another game, bro.
Maybe these sell well. I'm gonna be honest. Might be a hot take. These are girlfriend games. I mean,
ooh,
look, Stardew's a good game, but I tell you what, I've never seen people play Stardew more than women, and I don't know how many more of these games can come out. But there is no other genre than genres like this that I think can just keep reproducing. I mean, even Animal Crossing in a way is its own version of like Nintendo's Stardew. I don't know if like people ever get sick of these, and especially if girls ever get sick of these. I mean, it's just it's just these games tend to have a lot of depth, whether it's in like their mining, their fishing, their building systems, their crafting systems, their just their general existence is just I don't know. There's usually a lot of depth, and I guess if you can make a game that has decent depth and decent graphics, you might be able to sell a few thousand copies, and that might be good enough.
Yeah, I guess here's one thing. One key difference between this and Stardew is that you have a fully fledged city building experience, whatever that means. So I'm assuming you can like erect different structures and stuff in your town, which is cool, and it can make your town unique, I guess. I don't know exactly how you'll be building them. Maybe you have to like gain resources, or maybe you just straight buy it. Yeah, I mean that's basically all I can tell that's different here. Yeah. So the Epic Games Store, huh?
Epic Games Store. Shit. So tired of these fucking Stardew clones, man. Alright. Epic Games Store.
Sick of them.
As we know, 6 years ago, Epic started undercutting Steam's 30% revenue share to a 12% revenue share. They have announced a new fee structure that will go into effect in June. After the first 1 million in sales, apps will be charged the usual 12. So before that, it is I can only tell that it's is it 0? I think it's 0 before that. So I think you have to surpass 1 million in sales before they even revenue share, which is kind of crazy.
Dang. That is really good for independent developers. I mean, them already undercutting Steam made independent developers want to jump on, but this definitely makes them want to switch, you know? Sorry, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
No, that's it. I think it's great. I think it's great for indie sales. Shit.
I mean, I probably still won't use Epic because I'm so used to Steam, but
Yeah, I mean, I fucking hate.
It'll be forever
Epic Store
the
is
Fortnite.
cancer.
It'll be forever the Fortnite launcher, bro.
Bro,
I don't want to have it downloaded.
that's all it's good for, man.
I mean, yeah, but I do think competition is good though to have. I don't know how you feel about this, but I think there needs to be a Discord competitor.
Yeah, there needs to be a Discord competitor because Discord's looking at selling, and they've already added a bunch of selling features to the thing. They now have this banner that you can buy on the right side, which I think is stupid. They've added in the customization choices. But at some point they recently hired the guy that worked on I believe he worked on World of Warcraft, and it was around the time that they added in all of the microtransactions. Is the new CEO that Discord has hired. So yikes. Discord,
I mean, they already have microtransactions with Nitro. So
yeah, I which honestly I can accept that. I can accept that. There's some form of payment that's needed for the servers, especially as big as Discord's gotten. Because I don't know how they received money before, maybe data harvesting. But it seems like it would be much more productive just to have subscriptions.
I guess so. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up too. Well, I guess that's been it for the podcast. A little bit of a shorter one. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been your boy Kirby DK10. Peace.
Peace.